Stomach ulcers won't heal on their own, but nature has the cure. Discover 9 healing foods that soothe your gut and 3 you must avoid. Welcome to FreshFuel Guide. Emma winced slightly. That familiar gnawing pain in her upper abdomen had returned. Right in the middle of the afternoon. She had just received the results from her endoscopy. Signs of a stomach ulcer. But how did I get an ulcer? I don't skip meals or eat spicy food, she murmured, opening her phone to search for answers. One sentence made her pause. Stomach acid, your loyal digestive partner. But a potential destroyer when your stomach lining is weakened. Did you know? Stomach ulcers occur when the protective lining of your stomach is eroded, allowing acid to damage the tissue beneath, leading to inflammation, pain, and even bleeding. The good news is that certain natural foods can help soothe and repair, acting like gentle patches for the damaged stomach lining. In today's video, join Emma as she explores the best healing foods for stomach ulcers and those you absolutely must avoid. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss another science-based tip from FreshFuel Guide. Number 1. Probiotics, the quiet allies helping your stomach heal itself. Emma had just finished a cup of plain yogurt, spoon in hand, staring into the distance. I'm putting bacteria in my belly, and somehow, that makes me feel better, she chuckled softly. But unlike harmful germs, probiotics are the body's loyal allies, a defense squad working silently behind the scenes. Last week, her doctor told her she showed early signs of a stomach ulcer. The culprit? Likely Helicobacter pylori, a bacterium notorious for eroding the stomach lining. However, as Emma started researching, she discovered that probiotics can naturally help fight H. pylori. Good bacteria are like reclaiming forces. She thought. They compete with bad bacteria, release anti-inflammatory compounds, and help the stomach patch itself back up. A 2021 study in Frontiers in Microbiology found that combining probiotics with H. pylori treatment reduces side effects and improves overall effectiveness. Emma jotted down a few food choices in her notebook. Plain yogurt, 1 to 2 servings daily. Kefir, about 1 small glass. Kimchi or miso, a few tablespoons are enough. Probiotic supplements. Look for strains like Lactobacillus reuteri or Saccharomyces boulardii, with a dosage around 10 billion CFU per day. It's not medicine, she smiled, but one powerful support system. They may not make a fuss, but probiotics quietly do wonders from within. What about you? Are your good bacteria being appropriately nourished every day? Number 2. Fiber, a gentle armor that helps the stomach heal itself. On a quiet weekend morning, Emma sat silently at the breakfast table, looking down at a simple bowl of oatmeal topped with a few slices of ripe banana and a teaspoon of chia seeds. She smiled, not because the breakfast looked particularly exciting, but because she knew she was caring for her stomach in the gentlest way possible. Fiber, especially soluble fiber, does much more than keep things moving. It acts like a natural gel, coating the stomach lining and shielding ulcerated areas from harsh gastric acid. Like an invisible, soft layer of armor. But the benefits don't stop there. Soluble fiber also feeds the good gut bacteria, helping them crowd out and suppress Helicobacter pylori, the most common culprit behind stomach ulcers. According to a 2020 study published in the World Journal of Gastroenterology, a fiber-rich diet can reduce inflammation and actively promote the regeneration of stomach lining tissue. Emma's breakfast that morning included 1/2 cup of oatmeal, about 40 grams, 1/2 a ripe banana, 1 teaspoon of chia seeds, 1 bowl of steamed spinach, 1/2 cup of soft-boiled red beans. Total, about 15 to 20 grams of fiber, just enough to soothe and support the healing of her stomach. She poured herself a glass of warm water and sipped slowly. In that quiet moment, Emma realized that healing doesn't always come from a pharmacy. Sometimes, it begins with a thoughtful, intentional meal. Number 3. Ginger, a small root with mighty power for the stomach. While cooking dinner, Emma felt that familiar burning sensation rising in her upper abdomen. She turned off the stove, poured a glass of warm water, dropped in a few thin slices of ginger, and stirred gently. I don't expect ginger to be a miracle cure, she thought, but if this little root can help soothe my stomach for a while, why not give it a chance? Ginger has proven its worth not only in traditional medicine but also in modern science. The active compounds gingerol and shogal have anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties and help calm the nerves in the stomach lining, which is often irritated by ulcers. Remarkably, ginger has also shown the ability to inhibit Helicobacter pylori, the bacteria most commonly linked to stomach ulcers. According to a 2020 study published in Phytotherapy Research, ginger extract significantly reduced inflammation in the gastric lining and showed promising effects in fighting harmful bacteria. Emma chose a simple approach. Brew a warm ginger tea with 2 slices of fresh ginger, approximately 5 grams, and drink it about 30 minutes before meals. Add 1 teaspoon of freshly grated ginger to her evening porridge. Occasionally take a 500 mg ginger capsule, but only under medical guidance. She also knew her limits: no ginger on an empty stomach, and no more than 5 grams per day. Ginger may not be magic, but to Emma, it felt like a gentle whisper of comfort amidst the quiet aches of her healing stomach. Number 4. Manuka honey, a curious sweetness that soothes ulcers. Emma had always considered honey sweet to soothe a sore throat or dab on a scrape. But when she stumbled across a study on Manuka honey, that perception shifted. Strangely enough, when everyone was warned against sugar for stomach ulcers, a type of honey existed that was not only harmless but potentially healing from within. What makes Manuka honey unique is MgO, methylglyoxal, a compound with potent antibacterial properties, strong enough to inhibit Helicobacter pylori, the leading culprit behind gastric ulcers. According to a 2021 study from the University of Auckland, MgO remains effective even in the stomach's highly acidic environment, helping reduce inflammation, prevent scarring, and promote the regeneration of damaged tissue. Emma began her ritual. 1 spoonful of Manuka honey, MgO 250+, every morning, taken directly before meals. She mixed it with warm water or added a pinch of turmeric on busy days. She didn't need much, just 1 to 2 teaspoons daily, used consistently and correctly. She kept a few notes in mind. Avoid if diabetic, taking blood thinners, or allergic to bees. Manuka honey may not be a miracle, but sometimes, the gentlest things reach the deepest wounds, the ones we can't even see. Number 5. Aloe vera, a natural bandage for a damaged stomach. Every time Emma gets a minor burn while cooking, she removes an aloe vera leaf from her garden and applies the clear gel. It's cooling, soothing, and heals surprisingly fast. But what about the stomach, where burns from acid and H. pylori bacteria cause deep internal damage? Can aloe vera gel become a natural bandage for the inside of the body? The answer is absolutely yes. Aloe vera contains active compounds like aloin and aloe emodin, which have anti-inflammatory effects, regulate acid levels, promote tissue regeneration, and protect the stomach lining. Once inside the body, the gel acts like a gentle, protective layer, reducing irritation and soothing the burning sensation. According to a 2019 Journal of Traditional and Complementary Medicine study, aloe vera juice helps improve ulcer symptoms and effectively promotes mucosal healing. Emma drinks 30 milliliters of fresh aloe vera juice daily or mixes a tablespoon of aloe gel with unsweetened yogurt. When her stomach feels uneasy, she adds aloe to a light porridge, a gentle way to soothe it from within. Note: always remove the green outer skin, which contains anthraquinones that can cause diarrhea. Do not exceed 50 milliliters daily, and consult a doctor if you're on medication or have low blood pressure. Sometimes, what helps you heal doesn't come from a medicine cabinet but from a juicy, green, and incredibly familiar leaf. Number 6. Turmeric, the golden warrior, in the fight to heal your stomach. The vibrant golden color of turmeric doesn't just brighten a dish, it signals the presence of a compound that may turn the tide in your stomach's battle: curcumin. When the stomach lining is injured, it faces a triple threat: excess acid, H. pylori infection, and inflammation caused by free radicals. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, fights back on all fronts, neutralizing free radicals, suppressing harmful bacteria, and calming inflamed tissue from the inside out. A 2018 study published in Clinical Nutrition found that when paired with a healthy diet, curcumin significantly improved ulcer symptoms in just 4 weeks of consistent use. But that's not all. Turmeric also stimulates the body's natural production of mucus, the stomach's protective barrier, and supports fat digestion by boosting bile secretion. It even helps regulate bowel movement and reduces the bloating and discomfort associated with ulcers. Emma didn't learn this from a doctor's prescription, but from long nights battling the dull burn in her upper abdomen. Slowly, she began to make changes. Every morning, she drank 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder mixed with warm water. She paired turmeric with Manuka honey before meals. She sprinkled turmeric into soups, smoothies, or a warm bowl of porridge. She was mindful, too. Never exceed 8 grams per day and avoid it when taking blood thinners. Turmeric may not shout, but used wisely, it can become a quiet, golden shield, precisely what a wounded stomach needs most. Number 7. Green tea, a gentle drink with deep healing power for the stomach. The most effective remedy for stomach ulcers doesn't always include pills or powerful antibiotics. Sometimes, it arrives quietly, like a warm morning cup of green tea. Though unassuming on the outside, green tea is packed with natural biological strength, especially EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate, a polyphenol known for its anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and H. pylori fighting properties. H. pylori, of course, is one of the leading culprits behind gastric ulcers. According to a 2020 study in Antioxidants, EGCG demonstrated clear benefits in both human tissue and animal models, significantly reducing oxidative damage and inflammation in the stomach lining. Emma couldn't recall exactly when she began drinking green tea. Perhaps it started when she searched for something gentle enough to soothe a moody stomach. Over time, a simple habit evolved into a quiet ritual of healing. A warm cup of tea, sometimes with a slice of ginger or a teaspoon of honey, brought her comfort after meals. The burning sensation in her upper abdomen eased, and the morning bloating slowly faded. Emma's rules for drinking green tea? Never brew it too strong, and avoid drinking it on an empty stomach. Skip the sugar, cream, or milk. Let the water cool to below 60 degrees Celsius before sipping. There's no loud effect, no instant result, but each sip of tea feels like a gentle realignment, gradually restoring balance in the stomach, with patience and wisdom. Number 8. Lean protein, the building blocks that help stomach lining rebuild itself. Healing isn't always about soothing. Sometimes, it's a journey of reconstruction, one cell, one tissue layer at a time. Like rebuilding a roof after a storm. A damaged stomach lining needs raw materials to regenerate. Lean protein is the biological brick on which your body depends. Emma realized this when her doctor gently emphasized, if your stomach needs to heal, don't just think about what to avoid, think about what to add. High-quality protein supplies essential amino acids that support cell regeneration, accelerate ulcer healing, and reduce the risk of long-term functional scarring. According to a 2021 study published in Nutrients, a diet rich in lean protein speeds up tissue repair and reduces systemic inflammation. A key factor for anyone with gastric ulcers. But not all protein is gentle on a sensitive stomach. Emma carefully chose white fish, skinless chicken breast, steamed shrimp, silken tofu. These options are light on the stomach, low acid, and easy to digest. She often divides her protein intake across meals. 100 grams steamed fish or poached chicken. 1/2 cup cooked lentils. Always paired with soft vegetables and easy to digest starches like white rice or mashed potatoes. For Emma, healing wasn't about any single, miracle cure. It came through small, consistent, nourishing meals, restoring her from the inside out, one bite and one new cell at a time. Number 9. Whole grains, a steady foundation for a healthier gut. There's nothing flashy or miraculous about whole grains, and that's precisely why the stomach is so grateful for them. Unlike refined starches stripped of their bran and germ, brown rice, oats, and quinoa retain their full load of soluble fiber, B vitamins, zinc, and magnesium, raw ingredients essential for soothing, nourishing, and rebuilding the stomach lining. A 2020 study in the Journal of Gastrointestinal Health found that whole grains stabilize gut microbiota, reduce mucosal inflammation, and support ulcer healing in ways few other food groups can. Emma used to find brown rice hard to eat, but over time, she learned to cook it softer, pairing it with vegetable broth or mixing oats with ripe bananas. It's not fancy or expensive, but my stomach genuinely feels better, she wrote in her journal. To maximize benefits, Emma follows this routine. Brown rice, 1/3 to 1/2 cup cooked thoroughly soft. Oats, 40 to 60 grams in porridge or blended into smoothies. Whole wheat bread, as a swap for white bread. Quinoa, 1/2 cup, served like rice. She often combines these with yogurt, ripe bananas, or a drizzle of Manuka honey to aid digestion. However, Emma avoids processed cereals packed with sugar, fats, or additives. They can trigger bloating or irritation, especially on an empty stomach. Whole grains won't give you overnight relief, but they lay the solid foundation for long-term stomach healing, meal by meal, in small, consistent ways. We've just explored some of the most stomach-friendly foods, from turmeric and aloe vera to whole grains. But eating the right things is only half the story. If you're still unknowingly consuming foods that pour fuel on the fire, all your efforts could unravel. So, what are the silent culprits that quietly worsen ulcers? Let's expose some familiar foods that could be your digestive system's worst nightmare. Number 1. Coffee, a wake-up call for you, but stress for your stomach. Some habits seem harmless until you're faced with a stomach ulcer. Coffee is one of them. It wakes you up, but also awakens the silent irritation of ulcers you thought had settled. For healthy individuals, coffee means caffeine and a burst of alertness. But for someone with a damaged stomach lining, it acts as a potent stimulant, triggering acid overproduction at a time when your stomach desperately needs rest. Emma once challenged herself to go without coffee for a week, and to her surprise, that gnawing morning discomfort disappeared. She realized the problem wasn't just caffeine. Even decaf coffee can stimulate acid production and relax the lower esophageal sphincter, increasing the risk of acid reflux. A 2020 study in Alimentary Pharmacology and Therapeutics confirmed that regular and decaf coffee aggravated ulcer symptoms in individuals with mucosal damage. Need a morning pick-me-up? Try chamomile tea, soothing and naturally calming. Warm water with fresh ginger slices, gently stimulating. Diluted aloe vera juice, cooling and healing. You might crave coffee for a few hours of energy, but your stomach needs several weeks of calm to recover truly. So, what will you choose? The instant fix, or a longer-lasting healing from within? Number 2. Chili and spicy foods, fiery flavors, with a price to pay. Sometimes, just a few slices of red chili in a bowl of noodles can take a dish from ordinary to irresistible. But for a damaged stomach, even that little kick can feel like pouring oil onto a fire. Emma used to love her favorite spicy noodles, until one night, she curled up in pain. feeling a burning sensation rising from her stomach to her chest. When the doctor asked what she had eaten, she recalled her mildly spicy dinner just a few hours earlier. The culprit? Capsaicin, the compound that gives chili peppers their heat. While capsaicin is known for its mild anti-inflammatory effects in healthy individuals, it stimulates excess acid production when the stomach lining is compromised, increasing burning pain and delaying the healing of ulcers. A 2019 study published in the World Journal of Gastroenterology identified spicy foods as a significant aggravating factor for ulcer severity and recurrence, especially in individuals with chronic gastritis or ulcer history. And it's not just fresh chilies to blame. Chili sauce, satay, spicy noodles, and hot pots are all in the danger zone. Even just a few spoonfuls, consumed frequently, can cause damage that lasts for weeks. Instead of spicy heat, Emma now opts for fresh ginger, turmeric, a pinch of ground black pepper, all of which offer warmth without harming the stomach lining. Because while spicy food may set your taste buds on fire, it can also spark a long, painful battle inside your gut. And once your stomach is ulcerated, it rarely wins against capsaicin. Number 3. Fried foods, crispy on the outside, heavy on the stomach. Some foods make us swoon from the first crunch. French fries, fried chicken, crispy spring rolls. They're delicious, addictive even, but for a stomach suffering from ulcers, they're a real challenge, and not a gentle one. It's not just that fried foods are hard to digest. The real problem lies in the saturated fat, which stimulates the stomach to produce more acid and digestive enzymes. For an inflamed stomach lining, it's like sprinkling salt on an open wound, over and over again. Emma once treated herself to crispy fried chicken on a stress relief day, only to endure a sleepless night with persistent upper stomach pain. According to a 2018 review in Nutrition Reviews, a diet high in fried and fatty foods slows ulcer healing and increases systemic inflammation, putting more strain on the digestive system. Worse still, reused cooking oil produces compounds like acrolein and aldehydes, silent culprits that can further irritate and damage the stomach lining. But there are better ways. Emma switched to steaming vegetables, poaching fish, or air frying with minimal oil, avoiding animal fats, using light olive oil or cold-pressed canola oil instead, reducing breaded, deep-fried coatings, a slight shift with big rewards. A bite of fried food might deliver 5 seconds of crunch, but the resulting stomach pain can last hours or even weeks. So, ask yourself, is that brief satisfaction worth the lasting discomfort? Thank you for joining Emma and FreshFuel Guide all the way to the end of this video. If you found this content helpful, feel free to share it with friends and loved ones who care about health and nutrition. Have any questions? Want to dive deeper into a specific topic? Leave a comment below. We're always here to listen and respond. And don't forget to hit subscribe and tap the notification bell icon so you never miss the latest science-backed updates on nutrition and health every week. FreshFuel Guide, fueling your life with clean energy for a healthier, happier you every day.